Good morning, everyone. This is Nicole Johnson-Starr with the PTSD Retreat Radio Talk Show. I get to bring up Boston, and I wasn't going to bring it up on here just out of respect for everyone that had experienced Boston, but it was brought to my attention that perhaps I was respecting them in the incorrect manner. I usually don't like to bring up things that are into the news, but when that was brought to my attention that I was perhaps looking at it incorrectly, I did reassess, and I'm actually going to go ahead and acknowledge that that I had deserved to change the way I was thinking. For all the individuals that are in Boston and that have experienced this trauma, our hearts go out to you. It's not just me, but I'm up here in Michigan, and I'm at the top of the U.S., in Traverse City, and my entire drive here in the 12 and a half hours I was on the road, there are flags all over this area that are just at half-mast in support of those who have gone through that trauma. And I know that this has brought up a lot of different memories from 9/11, and I get to share that PTSD is not just a military experience, nor is it just because of bombings or muggings or shootings or different things like this. PTSD affects anyone who has seen, experienced, not just seen, but has experienced a trauma. Trauma happens to all of us. 100% of the humans in this world, babies included, have experienced trauma. For those of you who are wondering about babies experiencing it, hello. Would you like to be squeezed out of a really tiny passage and have your head try and switch you there, and your arms, your body, and go from warm and comforting to cold and somebody slapping you in the butt? Hello. And then sticking things up your nose and pricking you, and that's a very traumatic experience for a baby coming out, so just think about that. But trauma affects all of us, and we all react differently to trauma. PTSD is a normal reaction to trauma, and those individuals in Boston who immediately watched when they showed the video of the explosion and went back to their own experiences of 9/11 or other experiences, it is normal. And if you get help immediately, it will assist you greater than waiting in the long run. If you have not yet sought out someone who is a mental health expert or a mental health professional, please call. We will make sure we can get you hooked up with a counselor, a coach, a psychologist or psychiatrist. Whatever it is that you deserve, we will make sure that there's someone in your area with whom you can work. PTSD deserves to be treated immediately. It's not something you wait on. It's not like, oh, I got a cut on my finger, I'm not sure if I should go in. No. Consider this a deep laceration to the soul. It needs stitches, and those stitches are your counseling in order to heal. It was brought up to me also about our public image with PTSD. Individuals are looking at those with PTSD as a ticking time bomb. Yeah, I know, I thought that was past, but I myself have experienced it. We were offered an opportunity to receive a mansion that was 32 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, 7 fireplaces, and sat on 7 acres, right on the water. I spoke with the neighbors, and they were concerned about the fact that there were going to be military who are, the words we used, where there were time bombs just waiting to go off. They did not know that I had PTSD. until after that, I told them, I said, by the way, I too have PTSD. And they were shocked, the words that came out of my mouth, but you're so normal. The words normal, I don't know if they apply to me, but but one man's normal is another man's weird. And but it was really distressing to hear that come out of common everyday people. This public image needs to change, and it's not going to change unless you come forward and just say, hey, I have PTSD. People will begin to talk, and they will think about it. The talking leads to thinking, I promise. They need to think. They need to see that it's not about individuals losing their minds and shooting somebody. Out of the hundreds and hundreds of veterans that I've gotten to work with, both active and now out of the military, not one of them, not a single daggone one of them, would ever pick up a weapon and shoot someone else. Hundreds and hundreds of veterans have thoughts? Maybe. Matter of fact, yes. But actually pick up a weapon? No. Many of the individuals that I talk to are, matter of fact, I'd say 99.9% of the individuals that I've spoken to are extremely honor-driven. They are loyal to their brothers and sisters, and they are loyal to serving. It's ingrained in us. It's a part of our human makeup. It's like DNA. And if you see soldiers next to children, you can see it. Watch a soldier get down on a kid's level. Watch a soldier playing with little kids. Watch a soldier talking with a kid. And you'll know it. You won't even ask questions. It'll just be duh. That image of PTSD being dangerous needs to change. I'm so glad that certain things in the political arena have not passed, but it hasn't stopped the image. And the news has not shown the other side of individuals with PTSD. The fact that they live with fear every day, that they struggle every single moment. That needs to change, and it will only change if people come forward and share. So, may have seemed like I've gone off on a tangent, but this is all connected. The image of PTSD needs to change. The fact that people associate it only with soldiers needs to change. It is not. It is associated with anyone struggling with trauma. And finally, again, to those in Boston, the PTSD retreat is here for you. It doesn't matter if you're military or not, just give us a call. Our services are free to you. And for those of you who struggled with 9/11 and had that resurface, be aware these thoughts, it is normal to have those thoughts pop up because you've seen another trauma or know someone who's experienced another trauma. Go to your counselor, let them know, use your counselors, use your buddies, use your support system, because these thoughts, it may bring up your symptoms again if you've already moved past out of those things. So please go talk to somebody. If you can't find someone to talk to, please give the PTSD retreat a contact form by going to our webpage, which is www.theptsdretreat.org. Just go there, fill out the contact form, and we will find someone for you. There are a lot of volunteers all over this country that are willing to be there for you, so at no cost to you. Alright, If you have not heard, go to gofundme.com/the PTSD retreat. We have a lot of money to raise to serve our veterans and individuals who are struggling with post-traumatic stress as well as their families. So please go there and assist us. It's just $12, and if you decide to do the $12, see if you can do that every month, so or more. And again, thank you so much for supporting the PTSD retreat. Thank you for listening, and thank you so much for the comments I've been receiving. Today I just found another one on our Facebook page from CC Gordon that was letting us know that she sees myself as a great, and I don't even remember everything that she said. Sorry, just a second, I'm going to go pull it back up. CC Gordon posts Wonderful Woman and Warrior Award, and she put in the end statement is she chooses me. So to CC Garden, I don't mean to say Gordon, CC Garden, thank you so much, and big hug to you, and to all the others who are out there as military wives who are struggling and dealing with wonderful warriors who are making our lives sometimes a little uncomfortable, as a nice way of putting it. Thank you so much for loving us as veterans. Thank you so much for sticking to us despite our ability to push you and push your buttons in the worst way. And thank you so much for being there when we need you most. That goes to all the military spouses and to other spouses who are dealing with loved ones dealing with PTSD, struggling with PTSD. Alright, I get to get off because I get to make a phone call. We're reaching out to military units. If you are a military unit and would like to have a non-death by PowerPoint briefing, i.e. we do not use the slides and we actually do something that's pretty interactive for the PTSD briefing. Yes, I'm still military, so coming out and giving it is a lot of fun. I've actually had people describe it as fun in the feedbacks, which they're like, I've never stayed awake through a PTSD briefing. Not only did I stay awake, but I enjoyed myself. Those are some of the comments that we've received. So I think that one's my favorite, by the way. So if you're a military unit and you have to do everybody has to do their PTSD briefing annually, if you need to get yours done, give the PTSD retreat a call. You can reach us at 801-580-1976. And to individuals who are out in the community, let us know. We'll gladly come and teach you guys about PTSD and give you guys some tools that you can use to combat the effects of PTSD and cope while you're getting assistance. Again, this is Nicole Johnson Starr with the PTSD Retreat Radio Talk Show. Have a great morning, everybody.